and welcome to the city of Birmingham. Located in the heart of England, it's a city that boasts more miles of canals than Venice. Birmingham is also home to the second largest indoor arena in the United Kingdom. And for a 26th consecutive year, the Arena Birmingham is playing host to the Onyx All England Championships. It's an event that's steeped in history, the oldest and most prestigious annual international tournament in the sport of badminton. The All England is also one of only 3 Super 1000 tournaments on the HSBC BWF World Tour, which is made up of 27 events consisting of 5 different levels of tournaments, ranging from the 11 Super 300s up to the 3 Super 1000 events, plus the end-of-year finale, the World Tour Finals. So 27 events in total, and it really is a global tour, with events spanning right across the world, from America to Europe, to Asia and Oceania, all culminating in the World Tour Finals in Guangzhou in December. So we have the second session of quarterfinals for you this evening, and we'll be starting with men's singles, and Kento MOMOTA, the reigning world champion and current world #1, will be up against former world #1 KIDAMBI Srikanth. Then mixed doubles, and Zheng Xiwei and Wang Yaxiong, the reigning world champions and Asian Games gold medalists, are up against the reigning European champions and Commonwealth Games gold medalists Chris and Gabby Adcock. Then men's doubles, and both pairs unseeded, Liu Cheng and Zhang Nan up against Chia and So of Malaysia. Then women's singles, and 2 former champions, Li Shuirei, winner 7 years ago, up against Nozomi Okuhara, champion here in 2016. Then we finish with women's doubles, and the beaten finalists from last year, Fukushima and Hirota, up against the European champions, Gabriela and Stephanie Stoyeva of Bulgaria. Well, with men's singles being our first quarter-final, a chance for us to look at the men's singles draw. And at quarter-final stage, we only had 6 different nationalities and 4 seeds, 2 seeds in each half of the draw. As you can see, the 2-time defending champion, Shi Uchi, is safely through. So too is Ka Long. In the bottom half of the draw, it's a battle of the 2 Danes. But we're going to concentrate right in that top quarter with the #1 seed, Kento MOMOTA, against KIDAMBI Srikanth. So it really is a terrific lineup for this second session as the players make their way onto court. The current world #1 and world champion, the left-hander leading them out, Kento MOMOTA, up against the former world #1, KIDAMBI Srikanth. For Kento MOMOTA, this is actually a 4th quarter-final here at the All England Championships. And for this man, KIDAMBI, this the first time that he's been beyond the 2nd round. So a huge occasion for KIDAMBI Srikanth. And also indeed for Kento MOMOTA, because it's been a few years since the reigning world champion actually won the All England men's singles title. You have to go back 4 years to Chen Long, when he won in 2015, was the last reigning men's singles champion, who was also a world champion. The formalities first of all for the players. The toss of the coin conducted by our umpire, Gavin Smith from England. Well, as far as Kento MOMOTA is concerned, it's staggering to think that a year ago his ranking was not high enough to even enter the All England. And here he is as the world #1 and now world champion. 24 years of age, from Kagawa on the island of Shikoku, which is the smallest of the 4 main islands in southeast Japan. Won the world title in Nanjing last year, beating the man who is the defending All England champion. And as far as his results so far is concerned, well, the first round match against Petradab of Thailand was a repeat of the Japan Open final last year. 2 players from Thailand, as you can see. Kantapon Wangchalon in the second round. That was just shy of the hour mark. I have to say, I caught a glimpse of that opening game against Wang Chalong, and it really was a good game. I have to say, I thought Momota was looking a little bit nervous in that first game against the young Thai player. So to the number 7 seed, KIDAMBI Srikanth is 26 years of age. He turned 26 last month, from Ravulapalam in India, and was world number 1 for just 1 week from the 12th of April last year. Currently number 8 in the world. As you can see, he's making his 6th consecutive appearance here at the All England Championships. This his 3rd quarter-final of the year, having been quarter-finalists in Malaysia Masters and Indonesia Masters. First round against Brice Levedez, who's always a tricky opponent, the man from France, and yesterday against the Asian Games gold medalist Jonathan Christie of Indonesia. That was just 1 minute shy of the hour mark. Dropped the second game, as you can see there, but came back strongly in the decider. Well, this will be the 14th meeting between these two players, and of the previous 13, Kento Momota has won 10 of them. But I think what is far more significant is the fact that he's won the last 7 encounters. The last time was the quarter-final of that French Open last year. That was 51 minutes for those 2 games. So there is Gavin Smith, our umpire for this one, and Amanda Ballum from England, the service judge. So as the players make their final preparations, delighted to welcome 8 consecutive All England finalists, 4-time champion Morten Frost. I think what's interesting here, Morten, is the fact that this is the 4th meeting between these two players at the All England Championships. And when you look at their All England meetings, it's 3-love to this man.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a very exciting prospect. It's a very interesting match we're going to watch here. But no doubt that Momota is the favourite.
Yeah, 7 consecutive wins, last 7 matches.
Yeah, it says a lot.
Yeah.
Play. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, and
the obvious question then, Morten, is why is it that the former world number 1 from India struggles so much against Momota? Of course, he's world number 1, so any other player is going to struggle against him. But what is it about the styles or the tactics that has made it so difficult for KIDAMBI?
The problem for KIDAMBI is that he can't really penetrate the good defence of Momota. And then the basic game for KIDAMBI is simply not strong enough. So he's going for really setting himself up at the net, but where Momota is really strong. So it's difficult for him to set good opportunities up. And secondly, when the opportunity is there, he's up against a really strong defence from Momota. So Momota is kind of taking all the good things away from him and then just, you know, say, OK, let's rally, let's play this basic game. And that's where KIDAMBI is losing. So
Interesting.
If KIDAMBI is going to make an impact today, he's got to win the net, set him up really nicely, and then he's got to be able to score as well, as what we just saw here.
This is a psychological battle.
It is more than anything.
Yeah. that's landed well in. Oh, goodness me. Oh, what a rally.
Service over.
Yeah, that was
2-3.
sending a lot of signals between the two players here. And I think that Kidambi here in the picture, he actually wanted to show Momota, okay, I'm prepared to rally. But eventually he gave in as well, and, you know, he left that one. And Momota's just quite happy to continue what he's doing right now, because I think that's the winning formula for him against Kidambi.
Oh,
But
nice
that's
net.
where he's got to set it up, and that's where he's got to win. And so he did on this one.
Slightly
Service over.
lucky net cord.
4-2.
But what is interesting, I think, is that if Kidambi can keep scoring and keep, you know, staying 2-3 points ahead, that will force Momota out of his shell and got to do more. So it will be interesting to see whether Kidambi can do that.
I don't know if did you catch any glimpses of his match yesterday? That's Momota's match against Wang Chalong.
Yes, I did.
And the opening game, I thought he was really tentative and being over cautious when he was playing back to the net.
He was. He hasn't played as well at the net in this tournament as we've seen him previously. I will agree with you on that, and the Wang Chalong really took good advantage of that yesterday. Also yesterday, Wang Chalong really scored some good winners in the first half of the first game, and he was 11-5 up, I think, with that interval, and he really hit some fantastic good smashes. But that's something that Kidambi is more than capable of as well.
Missed it.
Yep.
Yes, I've always sort of thought of Kidambi as an attacking player, but I guess over the last year or so, he had an absolutely tremendous 2017. 4 Super Series titles in that 1 year, and twice winning back-to-back titles. First of all, Indonesia, and a week later, Australia, and then Denmark, and a week later, the French Open as well. But I haven't felt last year he was using his attacking blade quite as well. Now that's the sort of thing that took him to those Super Series titles.
I totally agree with you. When he plays like this and plays smashes like this, he's deadly, he's awesome. But somehow the basic game has been letting him down. I think he's not really been getting into those kind of situations enough.
What do you mean by basic game?
You know, just rally game is what we see here. He tends to make the mistakes too early in the rallies.
Okay.
Really not forced. Can be a lot of them as unforced. But when he's playing like this with these attacking shots, he's awesome.
6-5.
It's a super angle, isn't it? Look at this. Fabulous. Good rally. It's going wide. Yeah.
And that's a good example of it.
Yeah, so he's losing the patience.
He's losing the patience and he makes mistakes. He was not under pressure on this one. And he's simply making a simple, unforced error on this one.
So it's not a question of you think that earlier in the rally he should try and go for some of these angles and start taking initiatives. You want him to be patient.
It would be nice if his basic game sort of improved and he could wait a little bit more, but if that doesn't improve, yes, I do agree with you, then he's got to open up earlier.
Yeah.
It's a good defensive shot.
Over-committing going forward,
Yeah,
Kidambi.
absolutely.
Oh, look at that. That is magnificent. The reverse slice cross-court drop from the left-hander, played to absolute perfection. Watch where this shuttle lands. It's in front, well in front of that front service line. And to play that from the back of the court, that is real accuracy.
It is. It's very difficult to do that. Awesome shot. But he's a very interesting player, Kento Momota, here, because you have to help me now explaining it. I call it the principle of necessity. He's only playing what's necessary for him. Very often when I see him play, he seems to have a few gears, but he's not using them. He's only using them when he's really forced to do it. So he's sort of playing his game, he's waiting, looking, quite happy, is equal score, maybe he's 2 points up. It's quite okay. He's not like Lee Chong-wei or Lin Dan when he was the best, where he's just thrashing players like 21-6 and 21-12.
Yeah.
It's always good scores, he's just doing what's necessary to win, if that makes sense.
You don't need me to explain it. That was perfect. Took it too late on the backhand there. Kidambi Srikanth.
8-6.
But that's about head height. It's gone wrong. Morton, you were watching some of the first session, the earlier matches.
Yes.
Now, the first 2 days,
9-6.
we were in a dilemma because we thought the drift was coming towards us. I'll explain that a little bit more in a second. So the drift, we thought, was coming towards us as we're looking down on the court.
But that has changed.
And we thought yesterday it was going the other way.
And it's still going the other way.
So it's still going. It's difficult for Kidambi
Yes.
to control his clears to
Yes.
the back of the court. Right.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It's not a lot. We're talking about an inch,
Service over.
perhaps two. It's not a lot.
7-9.
Well, then that's now on perfect, isn't it? Playing conditions. There's very, very little in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrific.
8-9.
And look, as he's landing, he's moving back towards the net again.
Yeah, he's in perfect balance on that
Yeah.
one. It's out. Yeah.
So back level.
9-all.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. A little moment of magic and even a clenched fist there from Kento MOMOTA.
Service over.
Yeah, have you noticed that too?
10,
He's
9.
celebrating his points a little bit more than I've
Yeah.
seen him done before.
Yeah.
And even sometimes you hear him shouting that, you know, well done, really good play, he's happy with it. Haven't seen that before.
No.
Clear.
Yep. So to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage. The number 1 seed, Kento MOMOTA. 13 minutes.
ラリー系でいいのラリー系で、相手のさ球がさ結構フォア横に振ろうと思うから最後みたいにね、最初はつなぎばっかだったけど最後みたいに早く早く必要がいいと。あとはフィギュアの打ち合いの時に後ろ離れないよ。
Good to straight. He was a great straight. Main position 70%. How did you dance?
ネットがブロックにアーティレッククロスのコンセプトの割れられてハイクロスクロスレーティーエリアにしてくれるレートをクロスクラップレートに入ってるニュートルセントラート
Srikanth cross going to the cross of the cross.
本家ついてくるからそれがちょっと相手の後ろからはクロス系を置いてくる。
Well, very interesting, Morton, that Park Tae-sung has moved from Korea to be coaching in India.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
11-9.
And Wong Tat Meng has moved from Glasgow, Scotland to Korea.
Yeah. Coach's merry-go-round at the moment, isn't it?
It is. All positioning themselves before the qualification period for the Olympics is starting 1st of May.
9.
It's gone wrong, that's well judged.
13-9.
Yeah. You know, Morton, I think the last couple of rallies, in fact, it's now 5 straight points. I think it was 9-all, wasn't it? 5 straight
yes.
points. I think Momota has just upped the intensity and upped the pace.
A little bit, but it's still on the same principle. He's not opening up, he's just playing a little bit faster. But he's not opening up like this one. Here there was a chance for a counter-attacking opportunity from Srikanth, but that was taken away from him because he did miss it. But here, that's an opportunity because suddenly Momota is moving out of comfort zone.
6 straight points. Yeah. It's fascinating because, you know, when you were talking earlier about the fact that he only does what's necessary rather
yes.
than absolutely blast from the start as Lee Chong-wei and Lin Dan used to do.
Yes.
And it was occurring to me, you know, if it was me, I'd like to blast away and psychologically absolutely try and crush my opponent from the start of the match rather than giving them hope, as it were, by just going along easily.
17
he must be very confident in his own ability to sort of
think he
let his
is.
opponent in a way.
I think he is very confident.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So this is now 9 straight points.
But it comes down to the fact that Srikanth can't control the net and he can't score from the back line.
That's going wide. The run of points comes to an end. Not a moment too soon as far as Srikanth is concerned.
10-18.
Word.
Service over. 19.
Just watch the
10.
movement.
That was a good opportunity for Srikanth. He got in really close to the net there, good follow-up, but his touch was letting him down. But look at that, that was a good opportunity.
Yeah. So game point opportunities. Couple of fistfuls for Kento Momota. Oh,
Service over. 11-20.
oh, goodness. Well, badly deflected by the net cord, but Momota's still got a racket to it. So will it be third time lucky, third game point? Yeah, converts this time, but there was nothing lucky about it. That was great skill from Kento Momota. 21-12 for the opening game in 20 minutes of play.
最初はさ、相手ラリー我慢してきたけど、もう途中11点以降さ、あんまりこうラリーが気合いな雰囲気あるからさ、もういつもとこうやるの、大きな展開できるクリアロブスだから後ろをこう体入れて打ってくれば相手も球はある選手は、もっと前を引き出せない、前に引きつけながら後ろ抜けるタップ大事。このままですよ、このままです。君のクロスコール。
It's okay. It's okay. But straight to straight, he already straight. So you try that. Cross, straight, no problem. From Momota to cross, straight, no problem. Yeah?
పొద్దున్న స్ట్రైట్ మళ్ళీ స్ట్రైట్ అదే చేస్తున్నాను.
మధ్యలో ఒకటేమో కళ్ళు మూసుకొని లిఫ్ట్ చేసేది, నాకు ఒకటి మ్యాచ్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత అర్థం కళ్ళు మూసుకొని లిఫ్ట్ చేసాను.
అది కాదు నేనే అనుకున్నా, నువ్వు డిఫెన్స్లో పని కోసం కలిసి
プレッシャーかけてそこで
2ゲーム目さ、もしかしたら相手ね、スマッシュでこうペース上げてるでしょ。レシーブした後のこっちの前のフットワーク、そこ大事。そこで上の方に取れば次回せるからさ、レシーブ取った後の前にそれ集中して。なかなか
Yosuke Nakanishi doing most of the coaching there. Shoji Sato, the other coach in attendance.
Yeah, one of the fastest players that I've ever seen, Sato.
Yeah. Was he in 2 or 3 All England quarterfinals?
I even think he got to semi.
That's the man sitting next
On the left.
as we look at them.
He was so quick on his feet.
Play.
I think he's passed some of that speed on to Momota.
What a miss.
Service over. 1.
Well, I suppose if you're going to make an error like that, make it on the first point so that not at a crucial stage. Did you manage to catch anything that Pak Tae-sang was saying?
No, not really. I was really trying to think, what would I do if I was in the shoes of Kidambi, and this is a good lift again. And that's the problem for Kidambi. He's playing such a lovely spinning net shot. Still, the lift that's coming back from that one is so good. But if I was him, I would go out on 110% attack.
Yeah.
He's got to try to shake it up and really go for his big guns. Like that. He's just got to go for whatever moves, as I see it.
Service over. 2-1. Service over. 2-all. Quick.
And secondly, I would concentrate, focus on my shots down the forehand side of Momota as well. He's far better attacking from the around the head situation than he is from the forehand situation.
Okay. I was going to ask, when you say attack the forehand, did you mean at the back of the court or the forehand when you're hitting smashes?
At the back of the court.
Yeah.
This one, because Momota is not so strong from that situation attacking. So I would focus on trying to play shots down to that deep forehand side.
3-2.
Yeah, left absolutely stranded. Yeah, this is the end that Momota's going to struggle
Service over.
to control the lifts and clears.
3-all.
That was a good net shot. Very good lift in return.
Yeah, Kidambi had two opportunities there, two smashing opportunities.
Service
And I
over.
felt that he was only hitting, what, 80,
4-3.
85%. He can give it more, and he needs to give it more. He must try to score in situations like that.
Oh, now look how he was encroaching forward on the net. He was ready to pounce.
And that made
6-3.
Kidambi so insecure, and that's why he missed it.
Yeah,
Try to have a look at this.
yeah. It's forced into error. Look, he's absolutely that movement forward.
But look at the, you know, he's really composed. He's really there, Momota, this time.
Yeah. Now that's the sort of smash and shot that Kidambi needs to be playing in the match.
And that's very unusual for Momota on the forehand side. That's actually a very unusual shot that he's putting so much power into the smash down the line from that situation.
It's wide and long. Well, certainly wide.
8-3.
5 straight points. Can't afford these little runs as far as the top Indian player is concerned.
Service over. 4-8.
And even that I put down as a forced error, Morton, because the fact is that Momota is getting so much back like that one. And he's lifting so well from the front of the court that I think Kidambi feels he has to hit the line. He shouldn't be feeling he has to hit the line. He should be aiming 6 inches inside the line.
Service over.
But he feels under pressure to do it in order to try to win the points. I do understand what you're saying, but that's where patience comes in as well. He's trying to go for winners, but with a little bit better margin, and then have to have patience on it.
Oh, my God. Look, he's hovering around that front service line. And when you play the backhand from deep in court, you've got your back to the net. You can't see where your opponent is.
No, you have to have a sixth sense.
Interval.
8 of the last 9 points. From 3-all to 11-4 up here at the mid-game interval of game number 2.
フォア前からクロスオーブ結構効いてると思う。フォア前からストレートロビー上でクロスオーブが効いてる。ほとんど相手ハイバックだ。ちょうど中心の
Momota was some behind the one time. No better. She wait to your lift. Yes, we already yesterday.
మీకు అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ అవుతుందా నేను అదే అంటున్నాను అంటే ఫోర్స్ చేయట్లేదు అందుకోసం ఫోర్స్ ఆడాలి ఆడాలి నువ్వు అలాగే ఆడుతూ ఎప్పుడు నువ్వు ఫాలో చేస్తున్నావు
That's one more.
Well, he's always very animated when he talks to his players, Park Tae-sang.
11-4. Play.
But I struggled to really understand too much of what he was saying there. Something about a cross. Oh, nice. Yeah.
He was waiting for the drive.
Service over. 5-12. Kento, the court okay?
Well left.
Yeah. But what a beautiful net shot,
Yes.
tumbling, spinning net shot that
Service
Momota
over.
played back at the net.
13-5.
I can't help, I get this feeling that, you know, that Srikanth Kidambi must feel like Victor Axelsen is feeling when he's on court with Momota, and feeling quite desperate, don't know where to go, what to do, and how to get the points. And I sense that that's the same way that Kidambi is feeling.
Yeah.
Whatever they got, he's got a counter-attacking shot to it.
6-13.
But you have to find a way. I mean,
Agree.
It's players who, whatever their normal style is, you've got to develop different strategies. When you're in training, when you're in practice, you've got to experiment with, okay, so if I'm playing Momota, this is what I'm going to have to do. It's alien to my normal favoured game, but that's what I have to do.
I couldn't agree with you more. I absolutely agree. It's the way, keep developing your game.
Service over. 7-14.
It's a huge star in his home country, is KIDAMBI Srikanth. Well, badminton's a very big sport now in India, isn't it?
It is. It's getting so much better. And it's a huge country. Always been very keen on badminton. But it's really coming up now.
It's a good one. That's a very good one. Oh, my goodness. That's superb.
That was really, really well played. That was an awesome option to take at the net.
14.
Try to have a look at that one.
That reminded me of Tai Su Ying.
Yeah.
Tai Su Ying shot coming forward like that and just guiding it across your court. Oh, it's just wide.
There's also another thing, I think, if you are KIDAMBI, you know, you go home and you're training and you look at things. I also feel that his attack is like a one-shot attack. It's very seldom that is followed up by a second and a third and perhaps even a fourth attacking shot. When Anders Antonsen beat Momota in Jakarta, he had the smash from the back, and then he was following up on the next two, and then able to win it. But KIDAMBI is having like a one-shot attack, but the follow-up or the next shot is not really strong enough to penetrate.
Yeah. So it's almost as if my supposed winning shot hasn't worked, so I start again.
Exactly.
Rather than
Build upon it.
Build upon it.
Service
Yeah.
over. 16-9.
Well, time is running out for KIDAMBI Srikanth.
17-9.
Going wide. Srikanth now, of course, the last remaining player from
17.
India in these All England Championships. With Saina Nehwal losing her quarter-final earlier today against Tai Su Ying. Now, why wasn't he doing that earlier?
But again, let's say for argument's sake, he's playing this really lovely attacking shot here. We see it. But look at the follow-up. Had that one come over, Momota would have been out of trouble.
Mm.
Twelve, 17.
Oh, lucky net cord. He's got it back.
Yeah, that's a really good rally. And then the defence of Kidambi is letting him down.
Service over. 18-12.
But he did really well to get that one back. And then cleverly playing the cross-court clear with the backhand, because as we discussed so many times earlier, Momota is waiting on the front line. He's really up there on the first 1/3 of the court, waiting for that one.
Body attack there.
Yeah, here we had an opposite situation where Momota is finishing it. He's playing 2 or 3 attacking shots and winning it. And that's why what I'm trying to say about Kidambi, he's got to string 3 attacking shots together, really add on the pressure and build upon it.
Yeah. And another error, and that gives match point
20,
opportunities
match point,
to the
12.
world champion, Kento Momota.
Service over. 13-20.
Wow. My goodness. Now that's presumably the sort of rally that you want to see more of.
Yes.
14-20.
And look how he's lurching on that one, and then he's in there and really attacking it.
Yeah.
100%.
So as soon as he saw Momota taking it late, deep in the forehand corner,
Then he's moving.
Then he was moving.
Yeah.
game points that have been well saved. Match points, I should say,
15-20.
not just game points. Yeah.
Sixteen, 20.
That's a lovely shot. So 5th match point now for Momota. And this time, the Japanese coaches congratulate each other. Their man, I have to say, was looking very good today. A little bit nervous yesterday, but
Match
today
won by Kento
seems to be
Momota,
growing in confidence.
21-12,
21-12, 21-16, the margin of his victory. A match lasting 44 minutes. So safely through to the semi-final, which will be his first ever semi-final here at the All England Championships. And a year ago, this man couldn't even get into the All England. Of course, he was returning from suspension, having visited an illegal casino in Japan and suspended by his national federation. His ranking dropped, and therefore it wasn't high enough. But this year, he's back as world #1 and reigning world champion. And he's through to his first All England semi-final tomorrow.